Hello and welcome once again to the Hunt for the Cup, the show where we exclusively and extensively document the Nations Cup 2025 season. My name's Douglas Gray and I'm your host for the show. With me as always is my co-host, technical expert and good friend, Martin Roshkov. Marty, how you doing tonight?
Hello to everybody listening and doing. I'm doing mighty fine, Douglas.
Good, dude. Very exciting show. One of the best courses on the World Cup, Garmisch, the Kandahar racetrack, and a lot of surprises, a lot of stuff to cover this week. So let's just hop right in and get going. What do you say?
I can't wait. I'm
Good, man.
really curious what the guys did. Let's check them out.
Let's check it out. Let's start with places 24 to 11. We'll run through and see how everyone did up until the top 10. So let's go take a look. We had a bunch of DNFs this week. Bovis 88 from Italy DNF'd, as well as Tom 84 from Germany. And then surprisingly, last week's champion Dave 4 DNF'd. All three of them missed a gate on this very challenging course. Number 21, Freccia Blue from Italy, followed by Ben Obadi from Team France in place 20. Number 19, Plunder from Team Italy. 18, another Italian, Luigi 001. Starek from Team EU All-Stars comes in place 17. Bubble 37 from Team France in 16. 15, Mentalist from Team EU All-Stars. 14, Arezza from Team France. 13, Bastio from 64 from Team France. 12, Lucas F from Team Austria. Number 11, Lego from Team Switzerland, which brings us to the top 10. So, very exciting, man. I mean, last week's champion DNF'd. There's a lot of people that were in the top in the beginning are now down at the bottom. A lot of people are quite consistent, like Bastio is hanging always around 10 to 13, so he's doing very well. What do you think about that, the first series of results?
I did not expect that, especially Dave, like missing a gate and everything, happens, of course. But, comparing to the last 2 weeks, it's just really unexpected, but that's how it happens.
That's it. I mean, and I think that's what makes this so interesting this year. There's a lot of new performers at the top. Dave has done great the first 2 weeks. Okay, the bad week this week. Let's see how he does next week at Saalbach. So let's jump in now to the top 10. Number 10 is another surprise for me. Herman from Team Austria. Last year he was so dominant. He won or was on the podium in every race. This year, 9th in the first race, made the podium last week, and this week slips back down to number 10. So let's go take a look at Herman's race from Garmisch. As Herman pushes out of the gates at the top of the Kandahar racetrack, and heads into this very, very difficult technical opening section. Very nice to this opening Olympia curve into this very big S-turn, carousel turn section. 21.5. Now that's a very good split at the top of this hill, but still he only winds up 10th. So there's a couple of mistakes that he makes down the run. Carries good speed in the top of the Trogelhang.
So far, so good. He's staying online. I'm really curious to see about to see where he did some mistakes to end up 10th, but really good so far.
But even his split there, 43.7, that's an excellent split for the top section. So there, a little bit wide, a little bit of a bad direction off that jump. Picks it back up again a little bit late in the line as he comes through that left foot turn. Now, again he sets up. Again, a little bit off direction, right? A little bit late. Picks it up again, sorts it back out as he comes into this very nice big series of high-speed S curves. Late again, a little bit late again in there. Now here we are approaching his big mistake. So we come in, he goes through this right-footed turn, which is the preparation for this nice jump off the Muur, and just terrible direction.
Whoa.
Just missed it completely, gets stuck in the deep snow. That's the mistake that cost him a much better position in this race. You get off into that powder, man, and it's over, right?
Yes, for sure. Plus, this course is really challenging. It's pretty blind, and you need to really practice, to put down a good run.
Yeah, but I think that still is a testament to his overall skill at this game. There was a couple of big mistakes, and still he managed the top 10, which was a very decent performance, especially with a couple of very big mistakes. So that was Hermann in place 10 for Team Austria. Now we're going to take a look at number 9 from Team Germany, Wammer L. Let's go take a look at his run. As we join Wammer L at the top of the Kandahar racetrack, pushes off again. I mean, I love this opening section, Marty. It's so much fun to ski this, you know? These turns are fun and fast and technical. I mean, it's amazing.
Yo, those turns have got everything you would want out of a turn, you know?
Exactly. And even 21.3, that's a very good opening time. A little bit late through there, but still, okay, most of the guys come through at 129, but still 128, 127, carrying good speed through that section as he comes into this long shoes. 123, 124, quite decent. Let's see how he does here in the split. 43.8, that's a pretty decent split through the top section there. No air off that little roller into this big left-footed turn, which is really preparing for what's coming up now, the panorama jump, the panorama sprung. Much better direction-wise than Hermann. A little bit late through that right-footed turn. Back on line for the left-footed. Again with the big left-footed turn. Through the Siebelhang-Sprung. Very nice. I mean, everything about that. Nothing to complain about. But here, again, off the direction. Basically, same exact mistake as Hermann, huh?
Yeah, this jump is pretty blind, and it's a turn as well. And it's usual that people are going to get caught up there.
Exactly, and I think that turn is the make or break turn. I mean, if you get that right, you get that line right, as you're going to see as we get up to the top guys, it makes all the difference. Because the top splits, they're all quite reasonably close together, so it's the bottom section of this race course where you can win it or lose it. Number 9 for Team Germany this week in Garmisch. Coming up next, another German. We have 3 Germans right in a row. 9, 8, and 7 are all Germans. So number 8 is Fabu743 from Team Germany. Let's go take a look at his run. Marty, everybody handles this opening set of turns quite well. I mean, and it's a very difficult section. I understand why people put so much focus on it, but it's funny how little it seems to impact the actual results of the race. 21.2.
Well, yeah, everybody's got that part down. You know, everybody's going through effortlessly. Even if there's a couple thousands of a wrong turn somewhere, most of, the make or break part is a bit further down. Hopefully, we're gonna see if that's gonna be the case.
That's exactly it. Because look here, even 43.7, okay, 43.5, 43.7, those are really good splits up there. So virtually every competitor on the top half of this track is running around the same splits. So you're exactly right in your analysis, Marty. People spent all this time dialing in this top section because it's technical, it's challenging, it's very difficult. Oh, that was beautiful, beautiful direction off the panorama jump into this big right-footed turn. This is also beautiful. People put a lot of time into mastering those turns because they're difficult and technical, but I think maybe people ignored a little bit this lower section where it's very important to carry speed and be on the line and hit it exactly right, especially here after this right footer into the off the Mauer section. Okay, very nice through there, but still 131.9. That's a bit of a slow split as we're going to see. Nothing to complain about. Decent run, pretty much on point.
At least he didn't go into the powder.
Exactly. He stayed in the track, which is good, but I think he braked a little bit too much to achieve that. You know what I mean? He took a little bit too much speed off to stay in the line, which, I mean, he's still number 8, so it's nothing to complain about, right? Top 10 is always
you gotta make trades sometimes.
Exactly. It's always about making a trade-off. That was Fabu743 from Team Germany. Now let's go off to place number 7, which is ski racing from Team Germany. This is my favorite section, and all of them really nail it. So tight through here, perfect on the line, good speeds, into this big right-footed turn. Very tight on that gate, very high, very early in the line. Picture perfect up here.
Exactly. Right on point. Effortless.
Exactly. Everything about that was perfect. Right on the gate, he carried good speed. 123, 124. Very nice. As he crosses over, 43.3. It's a good split up at the top, man. It's good. One of the fastest we've seen so far. A little bit off direction on that roller. A little bit too far to the right. A little bit late, perhaps. Again, a little bit late in the line there. Losing a couple of tenths here and there. A few hundredths. Beautiful.
That was a good setup.
Yeah, it was beautiful off the panorama jump, huh? Very good through there. Again, 112.5. That's a perfect split through there. Fastest we've seen so far. Tiny bit late there, but nothing too bad. And now let's see how he does with this nice jump off the wall. A little bit late, a little bit behind, but not nearly as bad as some of the first ones that we saw. So he managed to keep the speed up. 143, 145. Very good in this closing ice hung section. Nicely through. Still though, 146.5, that's not so fast. So he lost quite a bit of time coming through that bottom section. I mean, as we see the next couple of people, they'll be maybe half a second or a second faster through that split there.
Yes, the lineup for the make or break part wasn't perfect, and he was going a bit wide on the turns, probably to check the speed up. But you know, that's the one run you get.
Exactly, and it was very nice. And top 10 is
Very
always
good.
a good result. So that was ski racing from Team Germany, number 7 at his home race of Garmisch. Now let's go take a look at number 6, Swagmaster 13 from Team Switzerland. Very well executed top section. Nothing to complain about. Everything on point.
Really smooth.
Yeah, great. A little bit late there, but nothing too bad. Manages to get right back on. Again, a little bit late there. Still nothing that terrible. Carries good speed. 129, 130. Very nice into the top of the Trogelhung. Let's see what he gets on the split here. 43.5. Again, very decent, right? Very similar to what everyone else has been
Really
having.
good.
Nice direction off that little roller. Beautiful through this little slow, little moderate S curve.
He's been really punching the gates. I hope that doesn't play out not in his favor eventually.
No, I mean, he's right tight on the line, working hard, being aggressive. Here, also very nice. Little bit late there, so lost a couple of tenths through that turn. Left footer goes well, into the right footer, into the setup for the Seidelhang-Sprung. And let's see how he handles this section. I think he's going a little bit too direct in there. And yeah, he's a little bit off the line. That cost him the few tenths that's going to probably keep him... Well, we know he's not on the podium. That's probably what kept him off the podium. The difference from here to the podium is, 4/10 of a second or so. So it's these little mistakes that accumulated throughout the entire run that are going to be what keeps him in place 6. But off the
Whoa.
point. Yeah, exactly, right? Again, off into the deep snow. Because his last split before that was really good and really fast. So he had the chance, if he hadn't made that last mistake there and went off into the deep snow on the side, he had the chance to probably move up and almost for sure podium. That was Swagmaster 13 from Team Switzerland. Now let's go take a look at the top 5, starting with number 5 from Team EU All-Stars, Amke. Maybe a little bit late off that turn. It's a funny thing though, everybody's so good at this section, nobody really has an advantage, Nobody really picks up any time from this because everybody's quite decent with it.
Well, It's that thing's got its advantages, but it's got its disadvantages as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you suck at it or you're slow, then you're out for sure. But everyone is really good at this top section of turns, and here is where you can start to see the difference. 43.5, again, a very consistent split. 2 meters, but not very much air off that little roller. Very nice through the preparation for the panorama sprung.
He's been right on it so far.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful line there off that jump, and that was just very nice. Through, see, I don't know if that's a little bit wide. That was very aggressive on that gate, right? I don't know how he always does that. It seems like he straddles half these gates and just goes right through. 62.5 meters, 63 meters. And again, late and off the line off that jump, and that's what kept him from being on the podium this week. Nice through the bottom.
Exactly it. Yeah, I think you're right. He's been pretty good with the line and flawless with the timing, but that mistake cost him.
Exactly, that was a mistake, and that was quite a big mistake, and that's what kept him off the podium, but still a very nice performance. Very well done by Amka from Team EU All-Stars. Next, McGarrett from Team Switzerland is in 4th place this week, just off the podium. So let's go take a look at his run. Really beautiful through this big Olympia curve. Lovely, tight on the line. Watch how he handles this big right-footed turn. Very high coming through. 21.0. That's the best split we've seen so far through that top section. By like half a second, I think.
His line and his timing have been damn near perfect so far.
Exactly. You know, that's the funny thing. So like a half second off faster than everyone else in the top section, but still misses out on the podium because of a few little issues and mistakes down below. 43.3, that's also the best split we've seen so far. Beautiful. Maybe a tiny bit late coming out of that turn. Comes in through the panorama jump. Beautiful. That line was beautiful off that jump. 62.5 meters. Amazing.
I agree with you there. That was really good.
Beautiful, right? And here a little bit late, so he shaves a bit of time off, but still, that's one of the best. That's the best split we've seen through there so far. Comes over that nice jump. 58.7 meters. Let's see what happens here, and he hits it, but 131.1. So basically, he hit the line perfectly, but I think he took off too much speed to get that line correct, and that's what kept him from the podium this week. Because he's very close.
Going a little bit faster, you know, he might not have made it, but I think that was his only hope, and not cutting so wide on some of the corners, but...
No, exactly. And okay, if you go a little bit wide on that turn, but you don't hit the brakes, then you can still carry a lot more speed. That was a fantastic run. It's good to see McGarrett back up and performing like we all knew he could. Congratulations to him. Let's go take a look at number 3. First time podium for this guy, Fighter 1908 from Team Austria. We've had Lukasev won, Dave 4 won. You know, Herman had a bronze in week 2. This week, Fighter has a bronze in week 3. I find it so amazing the depth of talent on this Austrian team. You know, I was thinking that just because Herman was the only returning, maybe they would struggle a little bit. But like, okay, Herman hasn't had the best of seasons, but so many new people from Team Austria have stepped up week after week after week to podium and just continue their run of dominance. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. They've been really putting it in, that working, and you can see, you know, the results are on hand.
Exactly. I mean, it's just the depth of talent is just one after another, and it's not like one of them has won every race. I mean, Dave was third in the first week, first in the second week, and DNF this week, and still they have quite a commanding lead in the Nations Cup overall. As he comes into this lower section, the big left-footed turn, right on the line. Beautiful split through there. Through that big undergate as he prepares for this very big jump. 62 meters almost. And he comes in. Takes a lot of speed off, but still, very good split. 130.75. Lets it ride through this lower section. Let's take a look at this split there. 145.1, man. That's a great split. That's probably the fastest we've seen so far. Very well executed.
For sure. For sure. The timing on everything was really precise.
Boom. Well done to Fighter 1908, his first time on the podium for Team Austria. Now, let's go take a look at number 2 this week, silver medal position. Pepicum gets back on the podium for the first time in the 2025 season from Team EU All-Stars. So let's go take a look at his run and see how he did this week. Pepe struggled a bit this season. I mean, last year he was, quite dominant and a bit like Herman. He was always at the top, always either on the podium or in the top 5. First race, quite bad. Second race improved. And this week, back to his, podium winning ways. Second place, silver medal in Garmisch. 131. That's carrying a lot of speed off that nice little hung there, the troggle hung into this long shoes. .45, but even with that speed and the nice opening section, still about the same split as everyone else.
Well, I think we've established that it's not the top part that does the difference, It's
Exactly.
from the middle point down.
Exactly. It's how much speed you can carry from this section to the bottom. Because here it's all about running your flat skis, keeping into the line, and not making any mistakes. 112.4, very nice. Well done as he comes through this right footer to prepare for this big jump. 65 meters. Now watch this turn though. This was amazing. I mean, that was just perfect.
I'm speechless.
Carried a ton of speed. He's 153 here through this last section. That's the highest we've seen so far. As he comes into this big right-footed turn. 144.8. That's by far the fastest split we've seen so far. And he's still carrying a ton of speed through this last section. So that turn where everyone was going wide, the off the Mauer, that is the turn that made it for him. And this is the first person we've seen sub 2 minutes. 159.68. Congratulations to Pepe on his silver medal position at Garmisch. Now let's go take a look at our new champion this week from Team Switzerland, John Julian. Actually, in real life, he was also a racer when he was younger. So, I mean, I think that probably helps him, prepare for some of these races and read the lines. Finished second in the first race, and now this time is his first time on the top step. Beautiful preparation.
Really good. Flawless. Right on it, timing, everything's there. That I don't think we're basically needed for this top section here.
No, exactly. We could just sit quietly, but I'm not going to. 43.1, amazing. And so very fast through those first top splits, and he continues to build as he goes. So as he comes through this left-footed turn, which leads him into the right-footed, okay, a little bit behind, but he doesn't slow down, he doesn't break. Beautiful line off the panorama sprung. And now he comes into this right footer, just dead on the line, man. Everything about this is just textbook.
It looks like a computer simulation. That's beautiful.
It's amazing, right? If you're going to teach someone,
Oh, yeah.
this is the line. Now watch this. Watch what he does here. See how he handles this. Perfect. And he doesn't slow down at all. You know, Pepe dropped about 90 kilometers an hour through that turn, and he stayed at 115. So 10, 15 kilometers an hour more through that turn than anyone else. And that's what made him a winner. 144.6. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Just beautiful, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But there is nothing I can really say, honestly, as a technical expert. That was really good.
Other than just wow. Yeah, and like a tenth of a second faster. So well done to John Julian. This, surprisingly, is Team Switzerland's first victory of the season. So let's go see how the teams are doing, the results for this week, and then the individual overall for the Nations Cup tournament. Here's the results of the racers with their times and the points for this week's race. 13 through 25. The team standings. So Team Austria has, a 62-point lead over Team Switzerland. Not insurmountable, but quite big. Team EU All-Stars is still holding on quite tight, pulling away from Team Germany. And then as we get to the individual overall standings, as now we see John Julian in number 1, Amke in number 2, and Dave, despite the DNF, still winds up in 3rd position, with Pepe closing in 4th. Everyone down to the very bottom. So, very interesting week. Very exciting once again. Congratulations to everyone on their great races, and they're just kicking ass and taking names. So, Marty, once again, thanks as always for the insights and the conversation. Enjoyed it like every time.
Thank you very much, Doug. I had fun as well. Congratulations to everybody that participated.
Competition's really heating up and we're getting very close to the end. Click below to like and subscribe for the show. My name's Douglas Gray and I'm your host for the Hunt for the Cup, and we will see you again next week for our last show where we bring you the results of the Saalbach-Hinterglemm downhill. Pray for snow and we'll see you on the ski slopes. Thanks for watching. Cheers.